So from the beginning, my very, very first post, I talked about forgetting something, which was really funny. I was the one who planned out this event with my coworkers. I sent out the invite, I did the confirmation for it at the restaurant. It was a bunch of coworkers getting together at a restaurant just to hang out, get to know each other. I did all the planning for it, and the day comes, I completely forgot about it. Oh. I completely forgot about it. So the only way I didn't even remember, it was a coworker called me and was like, "Hey, are you okay?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" And it's like, "We're all here waiting for you." I'm like, "Oh, great." Oh. So it was that experience that I said, you know what, I need to share this because first of all, I know I'm probably not the only one. And when you have so much going on, this goes back to the whole stress aspect. You know, when you are just overwhelmed and really stressed, even if you don't quote unquote feel it, things like this can happen. And so that was my first post. I said, you know, this is what I want to share, not just to express my story, but I want to show, okay, how can we learn from this? So my first post was about sharing my story and sharing tips on how can you prevent this from happening. So from that very first post, and after getting lots of great responses from that, I realized, you know, I don't want this to just be a creative outlet for me, because I don't necessarily want or need the attention per se. It's more, how can I use this? How could I use my creativity to reach others and help others? Oh. So that's how it quickly became more of, I called it You Unfolded, is to help people unfold the different aspects of themselves, you know, not just the physical aspect, but also the psychological aspect, spiritual aspect, you know, let your talents, let your skills and the things that you don't know you have out. So that way you don't know how you can reach other people with your story and with your skills, your talents, and just expressing yourself.
What did you let out when you first started writing? How would you describe it that you let out?
Yeah. So what I did let out was how I said before, my vulnerability. That was always something that I would keep to myself, even in the beginning of my relationship with my husband, which is funny how he's like a really key factor in all of this. He would always tell me, you got to let me know how you're feeling, because I would be one that would just close myself up. I would just wouldn't want to talk about it. Just let me process it. You know, it's like, I'll process it. But my husband would say, which is so true, when there's a relationship involved, you got to communicate, because how else would they know how they can help you? And that was a big aspect that I was missing. I was so used to being the one doing it all, especially, I think this has a lot to do with being the oldest sibling as well, and feeling like I would take that motherly role with my younger siblings, and in so many aspects of my life, I was always the one who was kind of like the one, right, you know, and taking care of everybody else. So to me, I always thought I have to be the strong one. I can't be vulnerable, you know, I need to be the one that people come to. And being with my husband, he made me realize, like, in a relationship, it's both ways, and you're not superhuman. You need support as well.